Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this live video, or as you join this live video. Hey, how are you? How are you today? I am super excited to be here. I'm using StreamYard. So if I look kind of weird or like pixelated, I'm sorry. We're working on it. I don't really know what's going on there. I've tried it twice now, and both times have kind of come up as like a little funky looking. But nonetheless, today I want to talk to you about perfectionism. 2020 has been a beast of a year. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I want you, if you're watching, to put in the comments, put in the comments one thing that you absolutely loved about 2020. Show some gratitude, really get in that spirit of enjoying and loving what you currently have, even if it's not exactly what you were hoping for. So that's something I want you to start with, is put that in the comments. Now, what is perfectionism? Perfectionism is crippling, right? It's super crippling. You want to make sure everything is just right before you launch, or before you start selling, or before you get your first client, or whatever. You want to make sure everything is exactly as it quote unquote needs to be, as the gurus say needs to be, as you think it needs to be in order for you to make sales. And I'm here to tell you that's a bunch of bullshit. You can make sales from a Google Doc. I joke with you not. So again, sorry if I'm really pixelated. I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm gonna look at that after this. But you can make sales, you can build a program, you can show up for your audience and educate people without being perfect. Perfectionism is at its core, a fear, right? Because it's setting a standard so high for yourself, so high, that it's going to be really, 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 really hard to achieve it. And when you don't achieve it, you are going to find that you feel this angst, right? Or this irritation, or whatever it is, right? This negative feeling. You're going to find you feel that feeling, and there's no reason to feel that in business. Absolutely zero reason to feel negative feelings in business when it comes to setting yourself up for goals, when it comes to setting yourself up for sales, when it comes to setting yourself up, right? And it's a fear because it really invites in this all or nothing thinking, right? I need to be to this point in order for this to happen. If I'm not at this point, this will never happen. And that's really crippling fixed mindset, right? Like you're setting unrealistic standards. You're highly critical of yourself, and you're gonna start feeling failure, which will lead to procrastination, right? And because you're pushed, that's a fear coming through. What I want to say is, look at why you have that fear coming through. Where's that fear coming from? If it's not perfect and you launch it, for example, like this video, right? This is my second time using StreamYard. The first time, I went through and I deleted everything because I was like, it's really like staticky looking, right? Like I'm not look good at all. Like you can hardly even see my face. And I was like, let me try this again. And I did, of course. And it's still doing the same thing. But I know I wanted to come on live today. I know I wanted to talk with you guys today. I know I wanted to hit on this perfectionism, because guess what? We're in December 2020. That means 2020 is about to be done. You're going to lose that excuse of, it's just 2020. I can't get there for whatever reason, right? You're going to lose that excuse. The excuse is no longer going to be there. And we're going to go back to the excuses that I usually hear of, like, I don't have my website perfect, or I haven't done this. I haven't grown my followers to 1,000 people, or I only have 2 emails on my email list. I need 100, or I don't have my freebie up yet, or I don't know what to charge, or write all this big, long laundry list of all the things that you need to have according to you, according to your perfectionism, in order to start your business, in order to start making moves to get to the point in your life that you want to be at, in order to start making sales, in order to start making shifts in the industry that you want to see, right? And if you're not doing that, who else is going to do that for you? Or for them? For your audience, for the people that you're going to be talking to, who else is going to do that? Who, like, If not you, who, right? And so this perfectionism, when you're so focused on results, when you're so focused on goals and you don't meet them, when you have this fear of failure, when you get defensive, when things aren't just exactly right, you need to stop and look to see where that is coming from, right? Those high expectations, high standards, not saying you shouldn't have high expectations and high standards, but that doesn't mean that you can't move forward with your business, that you can't move forward with your life, that you can't move forward and create something that makes it easy for you to sell, that makes it easy for you to show up for your audience, right? For example, maybe I didn't do this video today because I know for a fact I'm coming through all crazy looking. I know, I can see it. I've got my Facebook page up and I've got my group up where I am, and I'm like, what's going on with it? Like, yeah, it looks all pixelated, and I'm sure not very many people are watching, but I hope they're listening. That perfectionism is just fear in fancy shoes and shades. Girl, it's going to try to hide. It's going to try to hide. It's going to try to make you feel like, oh, I need to get to a certain place to do that. No. If you know you want to partner with somebody, build that whatever system and shoot them a message and go, hey, it's not perfect yet. I've only got 10 people in, but guess what? I want you to take a look at it, and I'd love to work with your clients. Boom, right? There's no reason it has to be perfect. Never anybody that has ever made any money in business, no one has said, hey, it was absolutely perfect, and that's why somebody bought. It was absolutely perfect, and that's why they joined my audience. It was absolutely perfect, and that's why they follow me and they buy every single thing that I drop. Never. And that's why we talk so much in business about the pivot, right? We talk so much in business about making sure that you're authentically aligned, making sure you're not going through burnout, making sure that you are showing up for not just your audience, but maybe your team as well, right? That is why. Sounds crazy. I know. Yes, I know. So if any of this resonated with you, if you're saying, oh my goodness, yeah, I'm stuck in perfection and I really want to get my business off the ground. I want to make sales starting January 2020. I want to make sales starting next week, damn it. Like, I want that business. I want that life, right? It's time for you to create that. You are in full control, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because guess what? That's what pivots are for. It doesn't have to be amazing, because guess what? That's what feedback is for. It doesn't have to be launched to 5,000 people, because guess what? You have the power to go and ask somebody if they are willing to test it out for you, if they are willing to take a chance on you. And even then, I am 100% sure that you have a passion, that you have some knowledge that even I could use. I'm sure of it, right? Because every single time I buy a course, every single time I buy a mastermind, every single time I buy a membership, I may not actually learn any tangible skills, but guess what? They imparted knowledge on me. Things that I'm like, ooh, maybe it's even just like, I loved how they onboarded people. I want to take this, and this from their onboarding process and use it in my agency. Right? Like, not saying I necessarily learned anything from them, but I gained knowledge, right? So I know for a fact that you have some knowledge and you have some passion. If you're listening to this and you have a knowledge or you have passion that you're not sharing with someone, or you haven't started your business yet and you know where you want to go with it, put it in the comments. Even if you don't know where you're going with it, put it in the comments. I want to see it. I want to know what your knowledge and what your passion is. What is something that you bring to the world that no one else brings to the world? Or no one else brings to the world the way you do. And if you don't know what that is, sister, you need to shoot me a DM. Let's have a little conversation. And I'll tell you back and forth. And we are going to find something, because there is something. Each one of you has that. And if you're stuck in that perfectionism loophole where you're like, man, but I don't know if it's perfect yet, or I don't know if my pricing's right yet, or I don't have the following I need yet, or whatever excuse. I don't have the website. Holy crap, that excuse I hear all the time. My website isn't to the point that I need it to be. You're like, wait, what? Like, that's the reason that you haven't tried to pitch anyone today, is because your website isn't perfect. Like, last time I checked, I saw people on sales calls. Why do they need a perfect website? Right? So if you're feeling that, if you've been feeling that this year, like, my business tanked at the beginning of this year, right, when coronavirus hit, and I don't know, I'm not super in love with it, or I feel like I'm not very aligned with what I'm doing anymore, or I don't know, stuff changed in 2020 and now all of a sudden I feel like I have a whole new path, right? This is my challenge to you. Spend the next week before Christmas season comes through. You heard me. Before Christmas, and work on creating that program. I do have a blueprint for you if you want it. It's going to be linked somewhere around this video. It's at jocelynjkopek.com/program-blueprint. It's only $27, and it's a workbook template to help you turn your knowledge and passion into a signature program. It even helps you write your sales page. Girl, it's there for you. It's there for you to stop with the perfectionism. And honestly, I have literally gotten sales pages that are literally a Google Doc. That's all they are. It's just a link to a Google Doc. And you can do that. It's totally fine. What matters is you're putting yourself out there, is you are making those changes so that you don't necessarily need to appear or need to be perfect. That's not, girl. I'll see, if I wasn't so pixelated, you see that I have no makeup on. My face be looking crazy. Like, it'll be looking crazy, right? I'm kind of thankful it's pixelated, not gonna lie, because then you can't see the craziness. But you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to appear perfect. It's becoming a much easier place to not be perfect in the online space, right? I don't know if you've seen a lot of the coaches and a lot of the influencers start being like, sometimes my life is a shit show. And that's totally okay. That's totally okay. But it's not okay if you are not dropping your knowledge and bringing your passion to the world. If you're procrastinating starting your business, if you're procrastinating creating a signature program for 2021, if you're procrastinating setting goals for 2021, if you're procrastinating setting goals for December, girl, we're 3 months in December. Let's do this. Okay. So if you're feeling like you don't have a knowledge or passion that you want to bring to the world, shoot me a DM. Let's have a conversation, because I guarantee my bubbly ass self is going to find something that you and you alone is amazing at. Okay. But if you know what your knowledge and passion is and you don't know how to package it, check out my blueprint. Let me know what you think. Drop any questions you have in the comments. That's what I'm here for. And I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. It's like 7 p.m. here. And after this, I've got a date. So yay me. I'm going to go see some Christmas lights like a Hallmark movie. So, check out my Instagram stories if you watch this anytime soon, because it'll be on my Instagram stories. But thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't commented on this video yet, please, please, please do, because that means, you're going to feed my ego that like people are around and alive and watch me and care. Like, holy crap. So no more perfectionism. If you feel that happening, if you're not in my Facebook group, jump in my Facebook group, Track to Success, and you can just talk your little heart out. Make a post. Be like, this is what I feel. And that's okay, because guess what? Not a single one of us is perfect. No one's perfect, and there's no need to be perfect. And there's going to be some days, especially in entrepreneurship, that it sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? When you have a clear offer that you can offer people and you know that it's going to help them. That fucking slaps, dude. It's killer, right? Because you know that no matter what, no matter how you feel, you're able to help people with this program. And so if you're having a hard time coming up with that, you just let me know. Or look at the link around this video and get in there. Because I love you. And especially if you buy something from me, then I really love you. All right. You guys have a good rest of the night. Make sure to comment on this video so I know you're alive, and I will see you tomorrow.